This is my top 100 favorite songs of all time. And I'm not ranking what I think are the best songs in history. These are just my favorite songs in no particular order. And you might be thinking coming up with 100 songs had to have been difficult. Actually, that wasn't difficult at all. That was the easy part. I like so much music that I had come up with way, way more than 100. And every time I kept trying to narrow it down to 100 and knock songs off the list, I remembered other songs that I loved that I felt deserved to be on the list. And I didn't want to take even one song off the list, not one. And I eventually got to the point where I had come up with 200 songs. But I feel like doing a top 200 video would be too long and not as interesting. So my plan is to do this video here, my top 100 favorite songs of all time, and at a later date, I don't know when, could be way down the road, I'll do my top 100 other favorite songs of all time. And I decided to set a personal goal as well to pick just one song per artist, because I didn't want the list to be littered with many songs off of one artist, or I could pick like multiple Metallica songs or multiple Guns N' Roses songs. I didn't want to do that. So with that said, let's get to it. So our first song here is off an album that is my favorite album to listen to when going on a road trip, going on vacation. This is the album I like to put in first, and it pumps you up full of energy, gets you all excited to go on a trip, and it's just an amazing alternative band from the 90s. The second song was a song I heard as a child, but then forgot about it, and it kind of got lost in my memory. But I was reintroduced to it later in life. He was like a star that was made for MTV, but just didn't really hit the big time.
Don't drink, don't smoke. What do you do? Don't drink, don't smoke. What do you do? Subtle innuendos follow. Must be something.
Number 3. I can't say too much about this one, but this guy's voice is just unbelievable. It's like velvet, silky smooth. It takes you on a journey. Wow, it's magical. Number 4. I've been an Alicia Keys fan since her song Fallen, but I really fell in love with this song here. This is not the version with Jay-Z. This is the version she did without him. But actually, I like this live version here the best. Number 5, Guns N' Roses. But which song did I pick? I originally, Welcome to the Jungle was probably one of my favorites, and then Paradise City, I would have told you that was my favorite for a long time, and then It's So Easy, I would have said that. But this song here grew on me to the point that it became my favorite. Number 6, I first heard this song in a movie called Can't Buy Me Love, and I recorded off TV, and I didn't get the end credits, so I didn't know who sang this for a while. I didn't realize it was Billy Idol, and this ultimately became my favorite Billy Idol song.
All over the
Number 7. I actually wasn't big on this band when they first came out. Their song Yellow, I didn't like it at first. But some of their later songs I really liked. Now this song here, I don't really like the studio track. I like this live version right here the best. And this is probably one of my favorite live songs of all time. At least one of, anyway. Number 8. Boy, I remember the first time I seen this on MTV. It blew me away. It was just so crazy. So the synth sound is just amazing in this. They're like the modern day Kraftwerk in a way, aren't they?
One more time, we're gonna celebrate. Oh yeah, alright, don't stop the dancing. One more time, we're gonna celebrate. Oh yeah, one more time.
Number 9 is a Culture Club song. Actually, I remember getting Karma Chameleon on 45 when I was a kid. I went into some store and the girl behind the counter is like, "You like this?" And I didn't realize at the time that Boy George was a boy. I don't know. I just thought it was a girl who called herself Boy George. I was real young and naive at the time. But anyway, but his voice is so soulful. He's got one of the best soulful voices in pop music.
Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? Precious kisses, words that burn me. Lovers never ask you why.
Number 10. Now this one's interesting because in a whole, I am not a big Dave Matthews fan. But I used to listen to this one all the time at work. They'd play this one on the radio. And there's going to be quite a few songs on this list that I became fans of because I heard them where I worked when I heard them on the radio. On the Muzak channel.
Satellites sprung from the moon and the world over keeping time for the mother station. Winter's cool, spring racing.
Number 11. Now this is a band that didn't really make the big time. But I used to hear this at work every single day. Or almost every single day on the Muzak channel. And I believe this song should have been a hit. A big hit. But it just didn't make it. I don't know why. This song is great.
Let the prophet abound, let it spread, or I'm on to my pride. I'm just too hollow inside. Let it echo in time just to get it.
Number 12. Now, I remember first hearing Depeche Mode because a kid in school had the tape. And he'd drive us home from school, and he'd play it all the time. But this song has got to be one of the most erotic, exotic, hypnotic songs there is.
Now let your mind do the walking. Let my body do the talking. Let me show you the world with my eyes.
The next 3 songs on this list come from the movie Valley Girl. And when I was younger, I loved the movie Valley Girl. It was definitely one of my favorites. I played it all the time. I had it taped off TV. And I became a fan of just about every song from this movie. And became a big fan of a few of these artists like Sparks here.
But when you think you made it disappear, you sure you made it disappear, and you still got angst in your hand.
Like radio DJs that never tire.
Number 16. I'd say a majority of my childhood I spent listening to rap music. Starting probably around that, somewhere around 1983, I think. And I love the Fat Boys. Well, I don't have the original record anymore. It got ruined. I do have this Pizza Box version of their vinyl. Number 17. This is another artist that I heard when I was at work on the radio. And I really, really like them. They used to play quite a few of their songs. I really, really like their other song called 1, 2, 3, 4. But I chose this one here.
Fly away what you wanna make. Oh, I feel it all, I feel it all. I feel it all, I feel it all.
Number 18. This song actually passed me by when it first came out. I don't remember hearing it. I don't know what I was listening to or what I was doing, but I didn't hear this until quite a few years later. But this song is really great. The acoustic version's amazing. The version that he did for the final episode of David Letterman is really amazing. But I think the original is still the best. What can I say? If I did a top 10 of my favorite albums of all time, this would be in my top 10 easily. Probably my top 5. And I like every single song off this album. I could have easily chose a different song, but I think the final song and the title track is the best. Thank you to the movie Jackass 2 for introducing me to this song. It plays during the end credits. This is my favorite song if I'm going to drink, to listen to a song while I'm drinking. But I don't drink anymore. But the song is still awesome sober. Number 21. I have always been a big Smashing Pumpkins fan. My favorite song has changed over the years. At one time it was probably Disarm or Today or Tonight. And then eventually this song grew on me. I almost switched my pick to 33 at the last second, but I went with this one. Number 22, Men at Work is definitely one of the best 80s bands there ever was. And while Down Under is a great song and Who Can It Be is an amazing song, this underrated classic I think is their best.
Night after night, my heartbeat shows the fear. Ghosts appear and fade away. Between the sheets.
Number 23. I've been a big Snoop Dogg fan ever since his debut and the songs that he did with Dre. But this song that he did with Timberland later on is my favorite. It's so catchy. I don't know why it didn't do better. It's almost forgotten these days.
You played me and I played you. You pay me and I pay you. Hold on, boo, you got the game all wrong. This ain't your thing, this my song. Move on, we in the club at the Shark Bar. Valet my keys and park my car. No snapshots, cause I might get popped as I slide by security, giving a props.
Number 24, The Doors is an amazing band, one of the best bands of all time. Break On Through is great, Light My Fire is great, but I really like this one. It's really exotic. It's like taking you on to another land, another place, another time.
Great winds, my galleons lost in the sea. I know where treasure is waiting for me. Silver and gold in the mountains of Spain. I have to see you again and again. Take me, Spanish caravan. Yes, I know you can.
I discovered this song off of a Frank Zappa sampler album when I was record digging. It's like other artists that were on his label. And he did, Zappa himself did this song some years later. But this original is definitely the best. This guy really sings his heart out.
What you're trying to do to me, you got me going out of my mind. Lucille has torn my heart.
We've come to Metallica, the godfathers of metal. I remember the first time I heard Metallica, it was Master of Puppets. I never heard heavy metal like this before. I had never heard anything this hard, this heavy in a day of my life. It was unbelievable. It was like I was being shocked and awed at the same time. And any song off their first 4 albums is unbelievable. But I actually went with this one that is off their Garage Days Revisited album. Number 27. I don't know what to say about this song except that it's deep, it's hypnotic. It seems like the kind of song that you'd want to take some drugs and chill out with. And I don't take drugs.
Smiles cover your heart. Fade out you. Strange you never knew.
Number 28. This is a group that's like part metal, part rap. I had never heard anybody do like a DJ like mixing sound on a guitar before. And I almost went with Bulls on Parade, but this song here I think is my favorite. It's a cover of a Bruce Springsteen song.
Well, there's somebody struggling to be free. Look in her eyes, right? You'll see me. You'll see me. You'll see me. You'll see me. You'll see me.
How do you describe Tool? Are they an alternative band? Are they a metal band? Are they a half metal, half alternative? But I just love this song, man. It's so heavy. It's so heavy. Number 30, out of the 90s alternative movement, this band and Offspring were probably my 2 favorites. You know, Pearl Jam was great. Stone Temple Pilots was great. And I could have picked any song off this album. I went back and forth. This is like one of those albums where it's like I could just pick the whole album instead of picking just one song.
Blood is like wine, unconscious all the time. If I had it all again, I'd change it all. Got a rusty hair, spell out the rest. Green to red, rusty hair.
Number 31. Now this is a band that I love. Before things like Metallica, Quiet Riot was probably the heaviest band that I knew at the time. And I remember getting this on cassette, played it all the time. And Come On Feel the Noise, and Metal Health, and Slick Black Cadillac, all amazing songs. And I don't have the cassette anymore, but now I own the picture disc. But I went with this song here, the last track on the album, the tribute to Randy Rhoads. I have a story to tell about the next two songs. I remember having this little Walkman someone gave me, and turned onto the radio station at the time. I was playing this modern rock and roll, and they were playing these two songs like nearly every hour, like one after the other. And I fell in love with both these songs. And later in life, I remember going to the carnival, and I think maybe it was the ride Himalaya, and they would play these two songs at that ride. And then fast forward a few more years, we went. I moved to another state, and we went to a carnival there. And what do you know? At the Himalaya ride, they were playing these two songs there too. I was like, what kind of coincidence is this?
I'm just a man whose circumstances went beyond his control, beyond my control. We all need control. I need control. We all need control. I am the more.
I see what you see. It's not reality. It's just a fantasy. Can't you see what this crazy life is doing to me? Life is just a fantasy. Can you let this fantasy
I'm a huge Aerosmith fan. If I was to pick a favorite album, it'd probably be their debut or Get Your Wings. Seasons of Wither would have been my second favorite pick, but their song Later in Life, I think this is off Get a Grip, I think is their best song that they've ever done.
That kind of loving makes me wanna pull down the shade. Yeah, that kind of loving. Yeah, now I'm never gonna be the same. I go crazy, baby. I go crazy.
So old school hip hop was my childhood. And on this old school hip hop forum that there used to be, I signed up for, this was my username. I'd probably put this in my top 5 of my favorite old school hip hop songs of all time. Number 36. Now, if you had me choose between the Bon Scott era and the Brian Johnson era, I'd pick Bon Scott all day long, especially just for albums in general. Highway to Hell, Dirty Deeds, High Voltage. Those are the superior albums. But this Brian Johnson song is my favorite AC/DC song. Why is that? Number 37. Some of these songs, I just don't have anything good to say about them. But life's been good to me.
I go to parties sometimes until 4. It's hard to leave when you can't find the door.
Number 38. Do you ever have a song that you didn't like at first, and then it finally grew on you? This is one of those. I've gone back and forth on my favorite Led Zeppelin song. At one time in my life, I would have definitely told you it was The Ocean. Then I would have told you it was Achilles' Last Stand, or something off their first album. But this song here eventually grew on me to become my favorite Led Zeppelin song.
Carry news that must get through. To build a dream for me and you. Oh, thinking the past and no one goes.
Number 39. The Godfathers of Rap, Run DMC. There's so many Run DMC songs I've liked over the years. From Here We Go, and It's Like That. But this one here was probably my first favorite, and is still my favorite to this day.
Amaze, and we got the master of a disco scratch. There's not a break that he can't catch. Jam Master Jay, that is his name. And all wild DJs, he will tame. Behind the turntables is where he stands. Then there is the movement of his hands. And when asked who's best, y'all should say, Run DMC and Jam Master Jay.
Number 40. Now this song is very romantic, isn't it? Chrissie Hynde has one of the most unique voices in pop rock history. There's no one like her out there. And Back in the Chain Gang is a great song. Don't get me wrong.
Don't get me wrong. If I'm acting so distracted, I'm thinking about the fireworks that go off when you smile. Don't get me wrong.
Story time again. You know, I was never a big country music fan, but country music was some of the first music I ever heard. Now, these two songs have a special place in my memory, because when I was a kid, my grandmother had this boombox, but these two songs were played like every hour on the hour in whatever station she was listening to. And this first song here was actually a movie that my dad took me to when I was little. So I have a memory of it because of that as well.
And now I feel the need to hold you close and love the night away while you're turning me every which way but loose. You turn me every which way but loose. Inside the fire's burning me. When the kinfolk leave and the kids get fed, me and my woman gonna slip off to bed. Have a little fun when we turn out the lights. Louisiana Saturday night. Well, you get down the fiddle and you get down the bow. Kick off your shoes and you throw 'em on the floor. Dance in the kitchen till the morning light. Louisiana Saturday night.
Ah, the controversial Kanye West. Say what you will about Kanye, but he put out some good songs, especially on his debut. This is probably one of the best songs to listen to if you ever worked in retail.
I've been working this great shift and I ain't made shit. I wish I could buy me a spaceship and fly past the sky. Man, we gonna go through it. I remember having to take the dollar cab, coming home real late at night, standing on my feet all damn day trying to make this thing right.
Number 44. This is another song that I heard when I on the music channel back where I worked, and it just grew on me. And this song gets better every time you listen to it.
I made a lot of mistakes in my mind, in my mind.
You came to take us. All things go
Number 45. Just like with the Dave Matthews Band, I am not a fan of Matchbox 20. I don't know why, but I never liked him. But I used to listen to this song every day at work, and it grew on me to the point that it became one of my favorite songs of all time. Why does that happen?
Everyone here is wondering what it's like to be with somebody else, and everyone here's to blame. Yeah, well, everyone here gets caught up in the pleasure of the pain. Yeah, well, everyone here.
Number 46. It's right here. It's that good. It's that good.
Predict this jam will hit the highest plateau in the world of music. Paparazzi, wealth, and fame, the total propulsion of my name. I need a beat.
Number 47. I remember when Jam on It first came out. It was like the coolest song at the time with the wiki stuff. But after I got the album, the first song on the album eventually became my favorite song by them. Has like a nice kind of a funky electro kind of feel. It's really cool. Kind of like the whole album's got like a space age feel.
Push the button, computer ages now. Everyone must have a machine. They say it's gonna make life easier. Well, I can't stand it.
Did the group Doves do anything besides this song? Did they have any other hits? I should check them out because I'm a big fan of this song, but I don't know what else they've done. This song is really unique. It's like R&B mixed with like a tribal feel with the clapping and stuff. And I believe I read that he's a reggae fusion artist, which is really interesting.
Got somebody, she's a beauty, very special, really and truly. Take good care of me, like it's her duty. Want you right by my side, night and day. No letting go, no holding back.
Number 50. Now, if I actually did rank these in order and made like a top 5 favorite songs of all time, I think I would put this in my top 5. This is how much I like this song. Number 51. Now this is probably one of the first hip-hop songs I heard off the radio. Not the first, but one of the first. Definitely in the first year that I was hearing old school hip-hop. I would consider this in the electro category. And I love electro.
Back in the jungle, a man is free. Free from the street, from captivity. Break out, break it. It doesn't matter where you've been. Snake pit, lions, then you need someone to be your friend. Come to.
Number 52. For the longest time, I would have told you this was my favorite rap song of all time. I don't know if it still is, but it's still up there. This is Tribe Called Quest with Leaders of the New School. I'd say this is probably the song that made Busta Rhymes a star.
I love my young nation, groovy sensation, no time for hibernation, only elation, don't ever try to test the water, little kid, yo Mr. Busta Rhymes, tell them what I did.
Heard you rushed and attacked, then they rebuked, then you had to smack, causing rambunction throughout the sphere, raise the levels of the boom inside the air.
You know I did it.
These next two songs are probably two of the most soulful songs in the history of music. I know that's a controversial statement there. This first one is from the Monterey Pop Festival, and the second one is a Bee Gees cover, which I think is superior.
And you want to be free. My love is growing stronger as you become a habit to me. And I can live in this broken heart. Oh, mama, how can you stop the rain falling down? Tell me, how can you stop? Oh, mama, the sun from shining. I will know what makes the world go round.
The Beatles, the best rock and roll band of all time. Some might argue about that. So many Beatles songs I've said is my favorite over the years. So many. But I've Strawberry Fields was my favorite at one time. I switched it back, I switched it back, and I'm back again. Number 56. I'm definitely a big Elvis fan. I'm more of a fan of his later 70s stuff, the Vegas stuff. And I had a hard time going back and forth between my two favorite songs of his, which one to pick. So second place was Kentucky Rain, but this one won out.
I've been around for the last time. Oh, girl, what can I do? Oh, that's how the web was woven. How I fell in love with you.
Number 57. This was a very, very unique rap group. And what's funny is that this song wasn't actually on their album when it came out on CD or record. It was only on the cassette. But I had bought Do What You Like on 12-inch, and I love that song. But then this song grew on me to the point that it became my favorite song by them.
I said, yo, you really like hip-hop? Well, you're looking at an MC. And to you I dedicate this rhyme, young lady, so put your arms around me. She said, baby, I've heard all the lines, I pioneered this, I'm housing, I ain't no joke. I get raw, how you like me now? You're a customer, etc. But then she started to choke on a wine.
Number 58. One of the best soulful alternative bands out there. Definitely one of the most soulful ones. And this is one where I like to watch the video when I listen to the song. But yeah.
I want something good to die for, to make it beautiful to live. I want a new mistake, loses more than hesitate. You believe it in your
Wow, U2. I remember when they came out. I remember when Joshua Tree came out. That like blew up the damn world. I remember how big that was. But it was later on when I watching MTV, they played some of their earlier stuff like Sunday Bloody Sunday and this song here. Number 60. Not only is it a great song, but I have a funny story with this one. I didn't realize that this singer was white. I think because his last name was Jackson, and I associated with Michael Jackson, I always thought he was a black guy. and he has such a soulful voice, too. I was actually kind of surprised, but gosh, this song is damn great, isn't it?
So tired of all the darkness in our lives, with no more angry words to say can come alive. Get into a car and drive to the other side.
Wow. Pearl Jam was one of the earliest of the alternative bands, weren't they? Them with Nirvana. Jeremy was probably my favorite for a long time, but Black grew on me, became my favorite by them. This song is haunting, really, really haunting. Number 62. I have to thank the video game Tony Hawk 4 for introducing me to this song. I had never heard the Distillers before. I started becoming a fan of theirs after that. But this song here from that game is still my favorite of theirs. Number 63. This was one of those songs that I lost over the years. Like, I taped it off the radio, never knew who sang it. It never showed up on any compilation albums over the years. It wasn't until years later during the MP3 era that I finally found this song and found out who sang it.
People all around, walking around in the streets. They got the funky box with the John Ski beats. You hear the sound, become a believer. You go to the Bronx, hang out at the Viva. You take the D to 205. You go see me, cause I got the gift. And I'm the cool MC with the vicious sounds. I'm not from the Bronx, but I still boogie down.
Number 64, Elton John. Now, forever, my favorite song by him was, I guess that's why they call it the blues. Until I heard this song here. They used to play this where I worked. Heard that story already, haven't you? And this song I don't think was a hit, or I don't. If it was a hit, it didn't do very well at all. But I think this is his best song.
When I say that I don't care, it really means my engine's breaking down. The chisel chips my heart again. The granite cracks beneath my skin. I crumble to pieces on the ground. I used to be the main express of steam and whistles and breath.
Wow, Moody Blues. I almost picked Nights in White Satin. Nights in White Satin is one of those songs that I like to listen to in the dark. It's so spooky and freaky. But this is actually one of those lost long songs that I heard during the 80s, but then lost track of it until like later in life.
Once upon a time, once when you were mine, I remember skies mirrored in your eyes. I wonder where you are. I wonder if you think about me. Once upon a time in your wildest dream.
Number 66. I first heard this song in a movie called License to Drive. I think later in the movie, some drunk guy steals their car and he's playing this while going down the road. This is definitely one of the best motivational songs to get you pumped up and to live life to the fullest.
I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out. And I know one thing, each time I find myself laying flat on my face, I just pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life.
Number 67. Boy, this is another artist that died too young, right when they were starting to become huge in the music world. And this song here is really bumping. It's weird that this is probably the only song I'll ever listen to that has like a baby sound in the background. But somehow it worked. I don't know how.
Girl, better known as Ali. Give me goosebumps and hot feet. Make it play haters believe. Don't you know? Gotta tell somebody. Cause I really need somebody. Tell me you're that somebody.
If I let this go, you can tell my life.
Number 68. This is a very unique band. They're like a symphonic pop band. And I think their lead singer was the lead singer of a group called the Tripping Daisies.
The taking, the talking, the losing, how shocking the world wants to know if we're ready to put you on the floor. It's time for you to lose your excitement.
Number 69. I first heard this song not long after my divorce. Lost in this world trying to find my place. And this song like gives you that motivation just to get going, to do something in your life. Number 70. This is another one where I don't have much to say. This is like Tool Sober, where it's just a kick-ass song. It just hits so damn hard. It fills you with so much emotion.
Coming up only to show you downfall, and coming up only to show you wrong. Truly outside, and really beyond the
Number 71. I found this on accident. I was just going through some CDs in a discount bin. I think I paid $0.25 for this, and this band is just they're almost like an alternative version of Black Sabbath. That Black Sabbath was an alternative band. When I hear the word rock and roll, I always think of the Stones or the Who, but the Stones always come to mind. And I've had so many favorites others over the years, like Start Me Up and then Can't Get No Satisfaction. But I think this song here is my favorite.
Let's do some living after we die. Wild horses couldn't drag me away.
This song is very unique. It's like real soulful R&B mixed with symphonic. There's just nothing like that. It hits so hard too. You feel it so deep, so soulful.
I can't stop these tears from falling from my eyes. Ooh, baby, I'm going down. I'm going
Number 74. I believe this is the first or one of the first electro bands ever. I think there's some argument there I've seen on the internet. But, you know, like I said before, I'm a huge electro fan.
Sing step to the time, 5-9. Sing step to the beat, 5-9. Sing step to the time, 5-9. Get light uphill. The way you want to.
Aha! I believe this is the first 80s song to hit 1 billion views on YouTube. And it's well deserved. Well deserved. Number 76. This is a band that's known for, I think, mainly just doing samples. There's not too much originalness in their stuff, but it's the way they take the samples and make some of the most amazing songs you've ever heard. I had a hard time choosing between which song I wanted to pick. I almost chose the song Because I'm Me, which is so uplifting and such... But I went with this one here. You have to watch the video with this one. Even I'm not going to show you the video here. It's probably one of the most inspirational and saddest videos ever. These next two songs come from bands that came out of the alternative movement, and to me the songs themselves are as good as anything Pearl Jam or Stone Temple Pilots or any of those bands actually put out, but these bands just didn't make it. I didn't hear any other songs by them. They're like one-hit wonders. You know, one of the first music records I ever owned was Purple Rain. And this song, it's not really the studio version that I like. It's this live version that became the studio version. A lot of people don't know that this song was recorded live. And you can find versions on the internet that have like the subtitles that tell you the story of the song and different parts that you can hear off the album. It's really, really cool. Number 80. This is one thing I never was popular, but this the song is awesome though. But it's one of those songs where it makes you think back on your life and if you made all the right choices in the world. Of course I did.
Baby, I'm head of the class. I'm popular. I'm quarterback. I'm popular. My mom says I'm a catch. I'm popular. I'm never last hit. I got a cheerleading chick.
Oh boy, I picked a prisoner for this one. Yes, I know this guy has done bad things and he's not a good person. But this is one of the best R&B songs ever made. He's still one of the best R&B singers ever. but he's tarnished everything.
But in a hand through my phone, bouncing on 24s while they stand on the bed. It's always into ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. Mama rolling that body, got every man in me wishing. Sipping on smoking bomb, I'm like, so what, I'm gone. It's the freaking weekend, baby, I'm about to...
I didn't discover the Misfits right away. I think I discovered Danzig first with the song Mother. They'd play that on MTV. And I discovered the Misfits later during the MP3 era, and I was downloading Misfit songs like Halloween and things. But this one really hits. This one really hits. Number 83. I have to thank the movie Rain Man for introducing me to this song. Up until that point, I didn't listen to music like this. You know, old soulful R&B from like the 50s and 60s. But boy, I was missing out, wasn't I? I was missing out.
At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song.
Number 84. You know, when I was a kid, I didn't really like R&B too much, and I didn't like Gladys Knight. Well, because I think I listened to mainly rap and rock and roll, pop music at that time. Wasn't until later in life that I started appreciating R&B and how great it really was. And this song is really dark.
Because she came first, darling, will she hang on your line? You're a part of me, and you don't even know it. I'm what you need, but I'm too afraid to show it. If I were your woman.
Number 85. This is a band I bet no one's ever heard of, or very few have. They're a band from Japan. I think they only had one hit in America. It was called Twiggy Twiggy. But I discovered this song here just a few years ago, and it's got like a symphonic big band sound mixed with pop, but it has like a big vibrant, real big vibrant sound to it. Number 86. This song came out at around time other The bands came out, like The Strokes, The Vines, The Hives, The White Stripes, and The Killers. Iron Maiden's definitely one of the best metal bands of all time. You know, Run to the Hills is a great song. Probably my second favorite. Number of the Beast and the live version of Fear the Dark. But this song here I think is my favorite one. Number 88. Not only is this a catchy song, but I'm a real big fan of songs that have hot crowds, really hot crowds. And the Japan crowd was so hot for this group at this time. It was unbelievable. Number 89. I have a funny story with this one. Back in elementary school, in music class, the teacher let kids bring in like 45s to listen to because they had like a little record player. Someone brought in Def Leppard with, I think, Photograph, and then someone brought in this song. And just the first few lyrics, the teacher went and ran and turned it off immediately. It was too vulgar for the time.
Those soft, fuzzy sweaters, too magical to touch. To see her in that negligee is really just too much. My blood runs cold, yeah, my memory has just been sold. My angel is the centerfold. Angel is the centerfold. My blood runs cold. My memory has just been sold.
Number 90. I didn't discover this Cooper song until later on when I was record digging and discovering old Cooper albums. This song is about the actor Dwight Frye, played in the old Universal horror movies. Number 91. This is another one I discovered from record digging, and I would say this is my favorite song that I heard from record digging. You know, a song that I'd never heard before, and I didn't hear until I started collecting records and discovering unique songs that I discovered this one here. This was their last album before they broke up, and their best album. Number 92. When I was younger, I only knew a couple songs by Jerry Lee Lewis, like Whole Lot of Shaking Going On and Great Balls of Fire. And it wasn't until later in life I started discovering his later songs that he did when he started going country. Even I wouldn't really call this country. But this song really fits me, being that I am older in years now.
The day he's 40 years old, going on 20. He hears about sordid affairs, he ain't had any. Let that little young thing beside him understand. He's just middle-aged crazy, trying to prove he still can.
Number 93. You know, this is another one I didn't discover until more recently, when I was record digging again. And but Wendy O. Williams, boy, her voice was like born for metal. It's too bad she had a troubled life, though. But you know, there's a funny episode of Beavis and Butthead where they were reacting to this song, and it kicked ass. Kicked ass. Number 94. I know I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but this is another one I didn't discover until I started record digging. This is another amazing, what would you call them, like a hair metal band? That didn't really make it as big as other bands did. And I guess I never saw the movie Trick or Treat either back then. But boy, what an amazing band. And the last song on the album is my favorite. Even though I believe this song is also off on their second album as well.
Tomorrow, it brings a new sea. The light that you bring takes you to where you're going to. Whoa. Don't hide yourself. It's only fading moments.
Number 95. This is my favorite, I guess what would you call like modern dance music? I don't know if that's a good category to put this in. But of the modern era dance songs like this is my all-time favorite. I think, I feel this song should be the most viewed video on YouTube. That's how much I like it. It's better than Gangnam Style. It's better than, was it Despacito and all them. But it just... Boy, does Tom Jones have an amazing voice. He's one of the best voices in music. One of the best. I got this, this record was given to me. And his cover of the Beatles song, this Beatles song is better than the Beatles version. And he really sings his heart out. He really sings his heart out.
Oh, she had to go. I don't know. She would not say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday.
Number 97. I first discovered Jenny Lewis. She was performing on the Letterman show, and I became a big fan ever since. I even like her other group here, which I need to censor this a little bit. We'll call it NAF. But this song here is really good. It's like she's got such a beautiful voice.
We built ourselves a fire. We built ourselves a fire. But you know I am
Number 98. Vanity is such a tragic story. She started with Prince. Well, Prince, I guess, recruited her. And then put her in this band called Vanity 6. They did like one album. Some people don't like her voice and doesn't think she sings good, but I really like this song. It's really good. It's rumored the songs that were written for Sheila E. for her debut album were supposed to be for Vanity. Not sure if that's true or not. But boy, she lived a tragic life because, she broke up with Prince. She got heavy into drugs, overdosed, destroyed her kidneys, and then died young. And that's a shame. I used to have a small childhood crush on her because she was in the movie Berry Gordy's The Last Dragon. But this song is really good, though. She's got a good voice, I feel. Underrated. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
That's all I need to say because I think you understand. Unless, of course, in another life you were there. Please remember when I tell you a girl's best friend's a pride. A working girl won't have to tolerate the mailman's tricks.
Number 99. We're almost there. This is one of my favorite old school hip hop groups, UTFO. R.I.P. Kango Kid, who just died this year. It's a shame. but I was a big UTFO fan back then. Roxanne Roxanne is like an old school classic, you know, it's a staple. And then I'm also a big fan of their song called Lisa Lips off this album as well. But I went with this one. You know, UTFO was very unique because not only did they rap, they sang too. They sang and rapped on their album. It was like a nice mixture. It was different than a lot of the other rap groups of the time.
So all you ladies in the place tonight, we got a rap we think will make you feel right. It ain't no problem, baby, as you know. The curtain's open, so we're gonna start the show. So girls, don't you worry. Don't you think about the things you might have left behind. So girls, won't you hurry? Cause you TFO MCs are full of beats and rhymes. The beat, it's gotta be.
Number 100. We made it. Yay. Are you still here with me? I hope that you are. I know that you are. I first heard Harry Belafonte on The Muppet Show, of all things, doing this song right here. And I've never forgotten this song. You know, it kind of got lost in my memory for a long time, but I never forgot the creepy looking Muppets in this one. Or it's kind of cool and it's kind of creepy at the same time. But this song is really inspirational because we really do need to turn this world around. I don't know if we will, because this world is pretty crazy and it's pretty messed up. So I don't know if we can turn this world around at this point. But I hope you enjoyed this journey with me, and I hope you enjoyed the songs that I picked. And maybe I'll see you in the future for part 2. So thanks for watching.
We are of the Spirit, truly of the Spirit. Only can the Spirit turn the world around. We are of the Spirit, truly of the Spirit. Only can the Spirit turn the world around. Whoa, so is the life of Fatima. So is the life. Whoa, so is the life of Fatima. So is the life. Do you know who I am? Do I know who you are? See we one another clearly. Do we know who we are? Do you know who I am? Do I know who you are? See we one another clearly. Do we know who we are? Do you know who I am? Do I know who you are? See we one another clearly. Do we know who we are? Whoa, so is the love of a diva. So